Hey everyone, welcome back, or if you just found this channel, welcome. So today I wanted to kind of do a reading a little bit. I'm really not even entirely sure where I'm going to go with this reading because I think that there's so much going on. The energies are kind of really weird. It's like, things that should be happening just aren't happening, or it just feels like everything is very, very upside down. So I thought I'd try something a little different. I really don't know what this video is going to be about until it's probably finished. So this time I am going to try to do a reading, kind of maybe do it a little bit backwards. I'm going to pull a card from an oracle deck and see what it says, and then let's do a reading based upon it. We'll see how it goes. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to go, but it just seems like I think we are now kind of into a situation that more or less it's like we're looking for guidance of like how to navigate through all this, through our lives right now, because everything just seems so weird and whacked out. So anyways, I am going to try something like this and see what happens. And because I'm kind of like now kind of avoiding doing a lot of current events because it's just so negative. Everything is so negative. It's like the things that are supposed to be happening just aren't happening. So it kind of lets me know that things are kind of weird right now, weird in the world. So anyways, what I have here today is, this is my deck I'll be using to read, and this is my oracle deck. This is the Power of Surrender cards. I will have a video up about these if I haven't already put it up. It's just it's like a what do you call it, like a self-help type deck and stuff, and it's a very pretty deck. I mean, I really love the back, and it's silver gilding. I don't know if you can see it, but there are silver. It's kind of hard to see in this, but anyways. So usually oracle decks are probably used as a pull one card, reflect upon it, or kind of like as an advice card for doing after a tarot reading. So this time I'm going to kind of use the cards as a way to choose what the subject's going to be. So let's just see what we come up with. What can we talk about today? So that's going to help anybody. So a lot of times when you're doing a reading, when you have nothing, when you have no idea where to go with a reading, this is probably not for everybody, but this would be for people who it resonates with. Maybe it'll resonate with me, maybe it'll resonate with somebody else, but it's for people who need this advice. So what sort of advice? So here we are. Here's a card that we're going to pull on. So it says, surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. So this is what the reading should be about. Surrendering outdated beliefs are about our past. And you know what? And in many ways, I would probably say absolutely, because you know what, we're in this position because if you see a lot of the news, people are very much, that was a terrible shuffle. They hold on to the past, or we're trying to regulate to go to the past, to this sort of ideal that in the past it was better, when actually it wasn't. We've actually made progress from the past. Maybe there are certain areas that we would consider was better because, we weren't as busy, or we weren't as crazy. We didn't have as much technology. I mean, so we are better in many ways. But, there was a simplistic time back then. It was a more simple time because we didn't have the instant communications that we have today. And sometimes these outdated beliefs are seeping back in when we're dealing with just society in general. It's like whenever we make progression, if it goes against somebody's beliefs, they fight it, and then they try to make rules and regulations to deal with that fear. And it all really does have a lot to do with fear. And we really should not be fearing. We should be aware, open-minded, and be able to move forward in our lives and be able to allow ourselves to be open to new ideas, to be open to the idea that we're all the same, we're all the same people. We all may have different belief systems, belief sets, we may have different paths we're walking, but you just have to accept. It's the idea of learning to accept who we are and appreciate the differences of who we are. Anyways, so I want to see let's see if we can do a reading on these outdated beliefs and see how these cards can help us forward, and help us release this energy so that we can take back our power, not feel so disempowered, because fear is our biggest enemy. Fear of the unknown, and that can be anxiety inducing sometimes, like we are living right now. But if we let it go and just trust and move forward with loving one another, taking care of one another, helping one another, then the fear lessens, because now you know who the people are that you are working with instead of just assuming who they are. Anyways, here we go. Now I'm rambling. Let's see what the cards have to say about surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. All right. Let's see. We're going to just leave that on top of here. No, we're not. We're going to put it over here somewhere. All right. Let's see what we got. So, the center of it all for all of us is to be able to have the strength, the inner strength. This is just understanding it. The strength comes from within. It is not from the exterior. It's not within your government. It's not within the people surround you. It is within yourself. The sort of strength is within yourself. To find the strength, that is where you're going to gain your the courage that you're going to need to face the future. So if we're dealing with outdated beliefs, it's having the strength to accept that things are evolving. We're always growing. We're always learning. And you have to have the strength to not try to retreat back into, where you once were, where you feel things were safe. Even if it wasn't even good around you, you're still retreating because that's what you know. You have to have the inner strength, the courage to face whatever is to come, the new things that are to come, to have strength. The challenges about it is learning to appreciate where you are right now. This is the Nine of Pentacles. It's a material thing. It's earthly matters. So learn to appreciate where you are now. Stop worrying about whatever's going on around you and about whatever you think might offend you. Learn to appreciate what you have now, what you have come, the inner strength. Learn your family, if you have a good family connection, or your career, your home, career, your love. Appreciate what you have now. So try not to focus and say, they have more. That's not where we need to be. The challenge is to focus on what you have and be appreciative of what you have. Even if it's just a little bit, still appreciate. Material things are not important. Family is important. Well, material things in this world is, because if you don't have money, you can't eat. Healthcare, these are things I know it understands, but in order to have that inner strength, you have to appreciate where you are now in order to expand forward. So what's going on in the past? So in the past, we were presented with some new beginnings, some new nurturing, something new birthing of something. To some people, that may be a new birth, which really, probably can also bring in these outdated beliefs. I mean, have you ever had a point where you were like, if I ever have kids, I'm going to treat them this way, or I'm going to raise them this way. And then when you actually have kids, you find out it's totally not that way. And you end up, doing whatever you can, whatever you instinctively know is right in order to raise the kids. But these are the new births. The outdated belief would be that you had this idea of how you would handle a situation, but when you were faced with the actual situation, you may have chose a different path, because it just didn't end up the way you thought it was going to end up. And it's a learning thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just that we become wiser with experience. So anyways, so this is what's beneath us is hope. So we have the hope card here. So being able to face the things that scare us, that frighten us, you have to have hope. So beneath us is the hope. We have hope that things will work out, hope that things, and this is actually a very good card because it actually portends to, rising from the ashes, because the card right before this is the Tower card, which means our foundations were crumbled. And to some of us, that may have happened. So beneath us is the hope. So when you find your inner strength, appreciate what you have hope for the future, because things are not so depressing. Things are more positive. So you think about the good things. You focus on what is good about it, and that will give you hope for the future. So this is where that would be the present or the immediate future. So this is the Three of Wands. So things are in action right now. Decisions have been made. Things are in motion. You are waiting for the results, or you have put whatever you have planned in motion. So now you're waiting for the results. So in relation to the surrendering your outdated beliefs would be that don't expect certain things to affect, because the energies are moving and shifting. I really believe we're just in a chaos situation right now. Life is chaotic. The energies are chaos. It's like what should be working isn't working. What shouldn't be working seems to be working, and it defies all odds. So we are having to release outdated beliefs to embrace whatever is coming. So this is actually a positive card, because it means that you've put things in motions and you're waiting for them to come back, or you have made a decision and you are getting ready to put things in motion. So you're either waiting for the result of something that you've put in motion, or you are putting something in motion. You've already made a decision. So the thing is, keep yourself open to all possibilities so that you can handle the situation when it does come back. If it comes back favorable to you, it's awesome. If it comes back not as favorable, we are able to be open to alternative ways of handling the situation. So this is what's been above us. Good news. So this is the Page of Cups. It's a very emotional cup. This is one that we are waiting for good news. And you know what? We are constantly bombarded by negativity. If you even follow the media just a little bit, it's bad news after bad news after bad news. This is wrong. Our government's wrong. People are hurting each other. Boats are capsizing. It's just constant bombardment of depressing news. So we're hoping for good news. We need good news in our lives. But the good news is going to come from us. It is going to come from our inner strength and our inner appreciation of where we are right now, the hopes, that we have. So the Page of Cups, I think, is an emotional cup. And sometimes it's hi, there's my kitty. Anyways, okay, come on. Can you move over there? Okay. She is coming again. Hello. All right. Spirit, you have to go. Come on. Yes, I have a kitty cat, and she apparently wants attention right now. Okay. Okay. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Hello, honey. All right. Okay. Well, maybe we can continue with the butt in our face. Okay. So anyways. So it's about being able to bring hope, and okay, when the reading gets hijacked, this is what happens. Hi. Okay, now you're gonna have to keep going, honey. I love you. All right, here we go. She wants attention. So anyways, back. All right, so anyways, emotional fulfillment, waiting for word. So, all right, back into this reading. So the emotional fulfillment, the emotions. Now this is a Page of Cups, so we're still very, very, what do you want to call it? We're still very, our emotions are easily hurt. We're still kind of working through all of that. Right now, it's like we're easily offended. We're easily hurt. I mean, we're not really mature about how we're handling our emotions. So, but we are looking for good word. So those are just the things that is above us. So when we're constantly bombarded by all this information, this is where we come. So surrendering our outdated beliefs with that is, try not to get so offended. We're looking for good word. Look for the good in your life. Look for the good that goes around you. Listen to the people that you trust and care about, especially if they're trying to tell you that hey, you're doing a good job. Listen to it, hear it. Don't ignore it. Don't go through it, because you know what? We all could use some good news in our lives. All right, this is where we stand at right now. We have the Two of Wands. So this is the card that comes right before the Three of Wands. This is the making decisions. And we're making educated decisions right now. We're looking outwards to see the situation that is occurring, and then we make decisions based upon that. So it's more of a calculated and educated decision process. But you're going to make a decision. You might even seek out people who know about the situation to be able to make a good decision. So this would be where we stand right now. We are at a crossroads. We're getting ready to make decisions, and we are looking outwards to make those decisions. So, but like I said, when it regards to surrendering your outdated beliefs, you just have to be open to new possibilities so that we can gain control of where we are. So this is our environment coming up. The environment is the Wheel of Fortune. This is the Fate card. This is the Luck card. This is the cycles, the change. This is the card where we know things are moving in a cycle, and the cycle is going to happen regardless. We just have to make the decisions that will help us move forward. So when you're dealing with outdated beliefs, the belief systems that occur now are not the same as the belief systems that were 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Our belief systems are just not the same of how we look at things. I mean, 30, 40 years ago, people, certain people did not have rights, and they would have to, in the civil rights movement happened. Those things have changed. There was a time when women couldn't vote. Those things have changed. The cycles continuously happen. The change is continuously happening. It doesn't matter. Regardless of what we do, the cycles continue to change. So we have to look at it and understand this while we're making decisions, that we are in a cycle of change, and to make the decisions based upon these. And the decisions that we're making in the immediate future are based upon what we learn and what we understand. So now I'm moving into our hopes and fears. So our hopes is a new beginning. You know what? And in many ways, a lot of us are in a situation that we just are not happy with. So our hopes is this new situation, to have something that is going to be beneficial to us. And this is also a hand here. So it's a helping hand, new opportunities, new work, new material things, which goes against, against the Empress, against the Nine of Cups or Nine of Pentacles, and then the Strength card. It is all material things. This is what we need to live within this world. So we're hoping for new opportunities, new things. It's like we know things can't go. We know things can't continue the way they are. We have to find new avenues, new ways of doing things, because you know what? The old ways just are not working. So those are the outdated beliefs. The old ways are not working. Our fear is the new thing isn't going to happen. So, but you're right next to the Empress. You're right underneath the Cycles card, the Fate card, which is also considered a luck card. So this is actually a good a good energy backing to give you a new situation, to give you something new that's coming that's going to be more beneficial to you. So now I'm getting ready to move into the outcome card. The Fool. Ooh, what a nice card to have. The Fool is the new journey, and it matches perfectly to the new beginnings. So once you release these outdated belief systems, it's going to take you on a new journey. The Fool can be the Fool. It doesn't matter to the Fool if they look foolish or if they just are doing something, because fools are very much about new journey, not worrying about whether you're going to fall on your face or you're going to stand up. It's about taking the journey. So when you're surrendering your outdated beliefs, you're shedding this part of you into the past. And when you were able to do that, that is going to allow you to begin this new journey, which is the Fool. You got the dog nagging you and telling you, get moving, get forward. It's a journey. Look towards it. It's okay that you don't know what's going to happen next. It's your new journey, and it will make you open, more aware and ready for the new journey. So I think that's a really great card when you're dealing with your surrender, your old beliefs. If you decide to let them go, you're going to create a new journey. It's going to create new adventures. It's going to create new understanding. You're going to be open to things that you were not open before, and you'll be like, wow, that's actually pretty cool stuff. So I think that's pretty awesome, actually. So then the Fool's Journey, we're going to add into that. The Fool's Journey creates happy home and happy environment. So it's like the culmination from the 9 to the 10. It means you have made it. If you're allowed to embrace this new journey, it will allow you to accept happy families, maybe situations that you were previously, had strife and tension with maybe family members. Those things will become settled. The things will become more complete. You will become more, and you may find that if you just open yourself up to the universe and just say, or to whatever you believe, and just trust that everything will be provided to you that is needed, will help you come to this happy place, this emotional, stable setting for yourself. So I think the way that I look at this is that surrendering your beliefs will take you on a journey. It'll take you on a very nice journey. And it's a journey that you may not know what's going to happen, but that's part of the journey. That's part of the Fool's journey. It's creating the new situation. There's 2 new situations: giving birth to a new situation, getting a helping hand into that new situation that will allow you to take the journey. And you just can't be worried whether you're going to fall or you're going to stand up. Just take the journey. If you release your beliefs, then you have no preconceived notions, because maybe your preconceived notion is that if you took that step, you're going to fall. But if you release that, you may take that step and realize it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Or it may have led you to something that is more fulfilling. So you have to release that. So that is where this reading stands. I think it's a great reading. Hopefully it helps somebody when they're moving through this journey in order to, to navigate through this crazy world. So surrender our outdated beliefs about ourselves. Then we can own our own power, and we can soar. This would be the Fool. And that's where we are. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Take care until next time. Thanks.